want to say for everybody that's joining in, I want to thank you guys. So we're just doing a virtual celebration. August marked the year anniversary of my podcast, The Q Chat. So obviously with COVID, I just wanted to find another way to still have some form of a celebration. So this is the new virtual world. So I just wanted to do this Zoom. So I definitely want to thank everybody that joined in. So we're just having a little get together on the virtual world, just to celebrate that 1 year. I do have the singer. She's going to be in probably in like 15 or 20 minutes or so. She's going to sing her new song, African Girl. I did the African Bacon just to honor, our King T'Challa. I was really sad about that. So everybody could join in and talk or whatever. Like I said, I just wanted to have a little gathering, and I know some people's spirits were kind of down today. So I figured why not. I almost canceled it, but it was still a good way for us to join and just have something else to do other than maybe think about what took place and everything. So I just want to thank everybody for joining. You can unmute yourself if you have anything to say or anything, but this is just a little celebration for the Q Chat, and it's going to be a really cute little event. So Miss Malika, she'll be in singing her new song, African Girl, shortly.
Can you tell us about the Q Chat podcast?
So I started the Q Chat last August of 2019. So when I started the Go Queen brand in March, it was the empowerment initiative, the empowerment shirts, but I wanted to find a way to let people know what was the message behind the shirts, because it wasn't just about shirts. So I'm like, okay, podcasts are a big thing, so why not? And I really enjoy it. So the Q Chat, obviously for Queens, is just to let people know about, what everything stands for. We always talk about self-love, empowerment, following your dreams, being true to yourself. I'm really big on self-love. So that's been the whole purpose of the Q Chat. I've connected with people all over. So it's also a platform for people to get their message out too. So, if you have a business or if you have anything that you're working on, the Q Chat is definitely the place to join. We also talk about mental health issues. We talk about anxiety. We talk about depression, everything, because we just like to have people involved. So this is a show for everybody. So that's the beautiful thing about the Q Chat. Like I said, I just love connecting with people, and I just feel like it's something for the culture. We talk about everything. We talk about happy topics, and we also talk about some serious ones. As I mentioned a lot, on the goes. That's basically a separate series where I have a gracious co-host. Actually, her name is Miss Courtney Podgy, and she does do a lot of episodes with me. And basically, when she hops on, we'll take a few current trending topics and we'll talk about it. We always say we have unpopular opinions because we don't necessarily share the popular opinion of everyone. So that's just another chance where we can talk about things and throw in our sense of humor. But in general, I feel like the Q Chat is for the culture. We talk about a lot of different things. Even though it is obviously geared towards women, I feel like men can listen to it. For months, actually, I had most of my listeners actually were males. I don't know. I actually had more male listeners than women for like a long time, actually. Like over 60% were male listeners, which is great. Hey, so it's really for everybody. So like I said, I really love doing it. And just the people I've met have been amazing. So I definitely encourage anybody who's new, who may have hopped on the live, with the invitation of somebody else, which is great. Definitely, check out the Q Chat. It's streaming on all platforms. We talk about a lot. I also do the live follow-up with conversations from the throne. So, that's a good chance and place to reconnect with me because it's called a shameless plug. It is a shameless plug. So you can go back and listen to the episode. That's another format. Because,
Did you use your phone? Yourself?
Thanks, Treasure. Can everybody mute for a second? Okay. That works. Yeah, that's like I said, I want everybody to talk, but just like I guess unmute when you're talking because we were getting a lot of playback. But yeah, like I said, and that's another avenue to kind of get to know everything with the Q chat. If you hop on the conversations from the throne, you know. So if anybody has anything, any platforms or anything that they want to shout out, you can definitely unmute yourself and do that, because that's another thing with the Q chat. It's a platform for different people. It's a platform for your business. It's a platform from your art, whatever you know it is you like to promote. I love to have people on the show for that too. So it's a cool thing, and I definitely have some nice episodes coming out soon. And one thing about like the why the Q chat, why I started it was basically I just wanted to remove a lot of stigmas with things. So for example, like we talk about anxiety and mental health, and I feel like that's still a stigma in the Black community. Like a lot of people don't like to talk about just something as common as being depressed, being sad, being unhappy. It's just like, I just feel like there's still like a stigma and a taboo on it. So that's something that we talk about commonly, you know. And my big thing as I end every single episode, I always tell people go love yourself. The reason I say that is because self-love and confidence is something that I do feel people take for granted. So even me, I was not always a confident person. I didn't always value self-love and self-worth, and I'm very transparent about that. So once I became older and been through a lot of things that took place in my life and reviewed a lot of different things in the past and how I could live a freer life is the best way I would like to put that. To me, it wasn't enough to get to that revelation for myself. I needed to spread that message to other people, because a lot of people deal with things in closed doors that we have no clue about, and they need, you know, they need help, they need that encouragement. So I've never met a stranger. I have a very big mouth, so what else is the best way to get that message out? With the podcast, with podcasts, I feel like, yeah, it's an oversaturated market, but it's one of those markets where I feel like it's so oversaturated that everybody should join in and do it. If you have a message, it's oversaturated in a way that I feel is an advantage for everybody, meaning everybody could literally have a podcast if they wanted to. If you have a message and that's the best way that you feel you can get it out, you can start that podcast for virtually nothing, but it doesn't, you know, and get your message out there. So that's the thing that I hold a lot of value at with the Q chat, you know, and I mean that at every single episode. When I tell people to go love yourself, it's not just a slogan. It's something that I really hope that people take that to heart. And I feel like every single episode, no matter what the topic is, it always ties back to self-love. Even when we have episodes about entrepreneurship, I feel like when you have self-love, you have the confidence to follow your dreams, you know? So I just feel like that ties into everything. So that's like a huge thing for me, to tell people to go love yourself. So that's really the main point of the Q chat. And it really is to give a voice to everybody. So like, I'm really open to having people on the show. I don't think there may have been 2 times that someone approached me to be on the show and I was kind of like, I don't think it's gonna work. But other than that, it's not like a common thing where I really come across someone who I feel like, okay, it's not really gonna fit with what we're saying. But God has really connected me with the right people. When I first started the podcast, August of 2019, by January of 2020, I had 4 episodes. Okay, it was just terrible trying to get everything scheduled. Once I switched platforms, I had thousands of listeners in such a smart time period. It was great. And it's at the point now where I had to get a calendar and tell people, okay, if you want to be on the show, you need to go to my calendar link and put the time on, because that's how many people have gravitated towards being on there. And I count it all joy. It's nothing but a blessing. So even though like the audience is small, it's growing, and it's something that I'm not going to give up on, because everything starts small, you know, but the message is huge, you know. So that's what I love about it. And one of my favorite guests on there, so actually, if everyone listened to the last 2 episodes of August, I feel like very important. So basically, the one I just did, I did that by myself. So that was a huge thing for me, because I generally have like a guest or a host. But the episode prior, it was Courtney Podgy, who is I always call her my podcast partner in crime, is how I introduce her. But she actually interviewed me. And I didn't know the questions at all, you know, and she did an amazing job. And she, of course, asked me what are some of my favorite episodes. So someone who just commented is Patrick Ladonis. I did mention him. He has an excellent web series called Scales, and we bonded, of course, because anybody who listens to the Q Chat knows that Issa Rae is like my mentor in my mind. Okay, so and we bonded immediately while we were talking because we had that same bond. And he just commented in the chat box saying how he had a great time. So that really touches me because that's the whole thing. It's about connecting. And I mentioned that he actually was one of my favorite episodes. But as I also said too, I'm like a mother with the episodes. You know, you can't pick one of your kids and say, oh, well, you know, this one's my favorite. Like, it doesn't really work like that, you know? So, but some episodes, I should say, that stand out, you know, that I really truly enjoyed, I would put him up there because just meeting a creative person like that and meeting someone who accomplished some things that I would like to do, you know. And a lot of the time too, the people that I meet, my goal is for them to motivate the listeners, but a lot of times, 99% of the times, I'm listening and I'm gathering, you know, and I'm absorbing what they're saying too. So it's, you know, it's a circle, it's a wheel. Like Janae, while we were talking, and I asked her towards the end, you know, some things she was working on, and I'm like, okay, after I start recording, I need to hook up with her. You know? So it's like, I feel like it really is truly forming that community, you know, that I'm trying to start, you know. And Issa, actually, one of my favorite videos, she mentions it's good to network across. I feel like a lot of times we get so enamored in, you know, celebrity, or, you know, depending on our goals, or we just get enamored by things or people that we feel are above us. So we think, oh, well, I need to hook up with this next big thing, things like that. But no, if you network across, I feel like you're building your link, you know, and that person may lead to this person, and that person may lead to that person. Who knows? You know, so that's one thing that I value about the Q Chat. The people that are on there, they're very accessible. One of the main things I say at the end of every episode, I'm always like, okay, make sure you tell everyone how they can connect with you. Make sure you tell everyone your contact information. Like, that's one of the main things I stress before we're done recording, because it's like they're on there with some great ideas, great projects, and I'm offering these people to you as well. I want you to hook up with them afterwards. So once again, like Patrick made a good point, like, put all your information, guys, in the chat box. You know, Patrick's IG is in there, and definitely check out Scales. That's the whole thing. Just, he has a web series, and I think that's amazing. And it just reminds me of people that have inspired me. Like I said, I love Issa Rae since Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl, and she did those mini web episodes. And just watching her over 10 years ago, I just would have never, I don't know, in my mind, it's just like, she's just so huge to me. And it's just seeing how you don't have to have all these glamorous things to follow your dreams, you know, like the right spirit and the right powers are going to lead you where you need to go. So she does inspire me. I would love, I mean, who knows, you guys are on this virtual meeting. Who knows? We might be on a network in a few years, and we could talk about when I have this virtual meeting on my iPhone, you know, with the lights that my kids kind of messed up in the background. You know, we may be talking about that, like, you know, look at you now, you know, so you never know. So I just, you know, I'm encouraged by the people that I meet. So, you know, it's not just me having them on the show just for us to talk. I feel like every single person has a pertinent message. And I do think thoroughly about my episodes. I do feel like my podcast stands out a little bit because I'm not on there just talking about random topics. And I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying, for me, I do fashion it as a talk show. So that's why most of the episodes, they do have a guest. I think very thoroughly on the guest, and there's a purpose behind every single one of those episodes, every single one. So that's one thing that I really, you know, I find very important. I do value my show. I'm very protective over what that show represents, because I'm building a brand too with it. So, and it's true Black excellence, plain and simple. So, and that's my main goal with that. And like I said, I'm very proud of it. This year has gone by extremely fast. and I can't believe it. So it touches me a lot in ways that I don't think people realize. And I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I don't think people necessarily pick up on my 504ish. I think certain things I say are depending on the topic or of course the guest. Like obviously I feel like if I have, and Malika's about to join, I feel like if I have a New Orleans guest, my New Orleans accent comes out more. It's just natural, but I am originally from New Orleans, lived there for 30 years, and now I'm in Slidell, Louisiana, and that's not going to be my final destination at all. I do intend to eventually leave Louisiana, actually. But the future of the Q chat, it's really going to go there. Like I've been blessed. I'm getting a lot of people that are contacting me to be on the show. I don't watch the Bad Girls Club, but someone who was on the Bad Girls Club actually inboxed me, and we're going to be recording an episode. That's a big thing for me, even though, like I said, I don't really watch the show, so I will go back and watch her episodes. But I'm like, cool, because I don't even know how she came across the profile. Like Malika, she's amazing, and she's going to be singing in a few minutes. She joined one of the lives. So that's the thing. When I do those conversations from the throne every Thursday, I'm not doing it with the intention of, I have to have like a bunch of people in it. I value every single person that hops in that live because once again, it's more connections. She hopped in the live last week and she commented, I would like to be on the show. I'm like, oh my God. So it's a good process. So I do feel like the Q chat is just going to go further. My conversations from the throne are extremely important to me. The one that we just did, I felt was very serious because I wanted to do the acronym of WAP. So let me look up. I know Malika has joined in. And once again, I definitely want people, put their contact information in the chat box because I'm really huge on networking too. Like, I just think it's important. And I definitely believe in networking with people that's not in your radius. Like, that's important. I just feel like like I said, network across, like Issa mentioned. So I'm going to scroll through and find Miss Malika. Hey, Malika. So Malika and I, like I said, she's a great person. I want you guys to find her on YouTube. It's Queen Malika ENT. Malika is freaking amazing. If you guys go to her page, she has all this amazing music, and she has a very extensive background. Like when we recorded the episode, which I said I'm thinking about releasing it next week in honor of Brandy and Monica, the verses. But she's like amazing. You guys definitely need to go check out her YouTube. She has a new single called African Girl. So she's blessed me to agree to sing this for us. So I just want to check in with her 1 second. So Malika, do you want me to play it? I have my laptop available. Would you like me to grab the track on YouTube or any streaming platform for you?
Sure. I just had to take off my African Girl mask. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much again. Like, I really, really, really appreciate you. This is like the cherry on top for this mini virtual celebration.
We've been vibing all week. So blessings to you and your podcast and your audience. I want to say what's up, how y'all doing?
Thank you so much. So I'm going to pull it up. Should I pull up the track that's on the YouTube, or do you want me to pull it on like a streaming network? Like what's the best option?
It doesn't really matter. It's mastered on all of them. Just whatever you put.
Okay.
I'm actually doing an assignment right now in Orlando, and wanted to have on my African gear, but I still went on ahead and made it. I sometimes my schedule has been crazy, but thank God I'm doing stuff. So I'm excited about that, and I wasn't gonna miss it for the world. So
thank you. So what I'd like you to do, if you could, before you start singing, because like I said, I want everyone to connect with you. So tell everybody quickly before I put on your music, just tell them how they can find you, to give them all your handles and everything.
So everything is Malika ENT. On Instagram, it's Malika E. Not everything, because I'm about to tell you something different. So Malika ENT on Instagram. I am hella weak on Twitter, to keep it real with you guys. We have a Twitter, Malika ENT. On Facebook, my regular page, I didn't know when they first started Facebook, they were only going to let you have 5,000 friends. So that one is filled up with the first and last name, Malika Ubaka. But I have a artist page where it's just Malika. M-A-L-I-K. So people.
So I want to make sure everybody is muted because she's going to be singing. So everybody, just make sure you're muted. Just want to double check. Okay. Yeah, because I want to make sure everybody finds your information, Malika, because like I said, you're amazing. So I'm about to pull everything up on YouTube. Did you want to say anything else before you start your song?
I just want to say that, you know, the inspiration for the song, like I talked about on your podcast, is really just for me growing up and being placed with a great knowledge of self, but actually going over to Africa and to getting to enjoy the motherland. I started writing this song while I was on the beach. And the movement that I have, you guys can follow. You got to go to my page because it's such a long name. Degel Sunubak, which means to be honest in the Wolof language in Senegal. So we have a nonprofit organization where we're doing restorations on schools. I have T-shirts that I sell. A matter of fact, I'm gonna get you yours. As soon as I get back home, I'm gonna be doing a shipment on Monday. And we're doing restorations on school, feeding the community, building in the community. And our whole entire mission is to eliminate social injustice and empower through music, arts, and education. So that's what we've been doing. And God willing, I'll be back in Senegal soon. So this song is a dedication to all the original women, but the original people in general, just to feel good. But you know, I gotta have my girl power first and foremost. So that's pretty much it. And you know, as we roll on, if you guys have any questions or anything, we hanging out, so it's all good.
And I also want to say, I know the song is entitled African Girl, but I still want to dedicate that song to the King T'Challa. Like I said, my heart shattered last night, but Wakanda Forever, like you know, like I said, that movie touched me so much. And if you can imagine being the only Black person in your department during Black Panther when I worked for the man, but everybody knew when they saw me in the break room, Wakanda Forever. So I'm just, you know, I just wanted to say that to, you know, just Wakanda is like that place in our heart that we wish was real. And just to see that Black king, like he represented a Black king, and that means the world to me. So I just want to still dedicate that, you know, to that spirit and, you know, in our own way. So I'm actually going to go ahead and click on YouTube so I can get the audio in the background. And if it sounds a little off or something, just let me know, Malika. I'll restart it, but I'm going to click on it right now for you.
And the video, before you start, if anybody goes to my YouTube, I actually had the video translated in the Wolof language there and also in French. So people, you know, can understand what I'm saying.
Amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and start it.
And shout out First Boy on the hook.
This is going to be amazing.
Uh-oh. I can't hear it.
Can you hear it?
Now.
You can hear it? Oh, I paused it. Was that good?
It started off, I can hear it, but then it went away.
Okay, I'm gonna. Was that good? Okay. Oh, wait. Let me pause for a second. Can you guys hear her? Put it in the chat box because I can't hear her. I think maybe because I'm playing it and I can't mute myself. Could anybody else hear her? Okay, they said they can't hear you. I think maybe because I'm playing it and I can't obviously mute. I'm sorry, say that again.
Did y'all need me to come a little closer?
I think maybe because I'm playing it and yours, I don't know. I think maybe because I have to play it.
like we really just vibing out. You know, we don't got the microphones and it's not really a full concert, so we just vibing out.
Right. Is there any way you could play it where you're at or no?
No, I cannot play it. Zoom will bring it down
I
forward.
wonder like if I played it, see, I'm wondering like how I can do that. Like if I played it low, but
No,
I
no,
wonder can
you can just play the song because they can hear the song. I don't necessarily have to. I'm just vibing out with y'all. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I'm gonna start it over and you can, like you said, you can just vibe out to the song.
but I need y'all to vibe out with me. Come on now.
Yes. Okay. So I'm about to start it again. Like you said, you just vibe and do your thing.
Yeah, let's have fun and everybody go download it. It's available on all major platforms.
And make sure you guys follow her on YouTube.
I'm an African girl, but I was born in America. I'm an African girl, and I'm so proud to be part of it. I'm an African woman, African woman. African woman, touchdown in the motherland. So honored, soil of the original mother and father. Son and daughter, so unbothered. Denying everything that the slave master taught us. How people the rawest, blacks and flawless. First to do it all, the original ballers. Original scholars, original people is who we call us. I'm an African girl and I was born in America. I'm an African girl and I'm so proud to be part of it. I'm an African woman, African woman. African woman. These are the first and birth come from us and it's only one God and in him we trust. Cause hey, alhamdulillah, all praises to the most high. None of light, show us love. Blessing black minds to build pyramids. We dance, we stay on big melody tip to this rhythm with my African key. Where you at?
You see me. Finally, okay. I'm Cookie, but I'm on here with you.
I'm an African girl and I was born in America. I'm an African girl and I'm so proud to be part of it. I'm an African woman, African woman. African woman. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm an African girl and I was born in America. I'm an African girl and I'm so proud to be part of it. I'm an African woman, African woman. African woman.
Black Power fists in the air, y'all. Let's go.
Yes.
Thank you for playing it. And listen, we have the African Girl Challenge. So there is official dance steps that we doing for the challenge. It's really easy. Everybody that follows my page, you can see it. We've been reposting it. but I don't want people to feel like they have to do this African dance. If you download the song, play it in the background, you can do whatever you want to do, and you know, just vibe out whatever you feeling. And brothers can do it too. You know, you can pay to the queen if you want to, but I want to get as many people on the African challenge. I think you need to do yours tonight with your makeup on. I'm feeling your look right now.
I was thinking about that when I was holding up the laptop. I'm like, you know, I'm kind of feeling this song more than I did since I got on my Macondish, you know, so who knows? I may have to get creative after this is over with. So, Malika, we have a request. Someone asked, can you please sing a little bit of it? I mean, we love the video, but can you just bless us with just a little bit? I mean, you're an excellent performer. Can you just grace us with a little extra?
So, okay. I'm an African girl, but I was born in America. I'm an African girl, and I'm so proud to be part of you. La 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 la. I'm an African woman. La 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 la. I'm an African woman. I touched down in the motherland, so honored, soil of the original mother and father. Son and daughter, I'm so unbothered, denying everything that the slave master taught us. My people, the rawest, black skin, flawless, first to do it all. We the original ballers. What? Original scholars, original people is really what you should call us. Meaning we the first, everyone come from us, and it's only one God, and in him we trust. Say, Alhamdulillah, all praises to the Most High for giving us life, showing us love, blessing black minds to build pyramids, and when we dance, we stay on beat. Now let me dip to this rhythm with my African king. Where you at? Where you at? I'm an African girl, but I was born in America. Come on. I'm an African girl, and I'm so proud to be part of you. La, da, 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 da. I am an African woman. La, da, 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 da. I'm an African woman.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Can anyone hear me?
That was amazing. Wait, I hear somebody.
It's me, Doll. Can anyone hear me out there?
Yes.
Malika, I'm so proud of you.
Aw.
This is absolutely your best music. Your best creation.
It's from the heart, and I feel like I've been doing music for a long time, and this particular project is a little different. It just feels different because I'm giving back some of the proceeds, and most of the proceeds are going back. I've spent my own money going back and forth to Africa and just doing the work, and it feels so good. Like my friend Casmay, she's an artist too. She calls it heart work, and not hard work, but heart work from the heart. And so for me, it's just a good energy. I'm not really like looking for a label to love it and pick me up and all that. I'm just doing what I love to do and letting the energy flow. And I just hope that people will share it and feel good when they listen to it and dance to it, do the challenge, have a good time. And my prayer and my hope is that eventually, soon, very soon, you know, everybody that's interested, we're gonna put some groups together and we're gonna go over to Africa and do our thing out here. We're gonna host your show in Africa. We're gonna get Miss there with her book in Africa. That's really, really what I want to do. That's my long-term goal, is to get a resource out here through the nonprofit. So inshallah, God willing, that's coming soon. So I'm feeling good, y'all. That's all I can say.
Ashe.
Yes. You gotta claim it. I know Casmay too. She's a beautiful spirit too. So like I said, that song just gives you energy immediately. So it's a beautiful song.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And it fit perfectly for the queens, and just especially tonight because we honoring King T'Challa. Like it's just, like I said, everything comes together. So I just loved it. And I know everyone here enjoyed it too.
Thank you. Y'all make sure I need your challenges though, you know, keep it in rotation. Africa is a really big place, and I really want them to feel it out there. And I know it takes a lot. It's an independent song is an independent movement. I don't have the millions of dollars backing it up. So I just have beautiful sisters like you to help me get it out there. So as long as y'all can keep sharing the link, sharing the YouTube page, sharing the videos, you know, following my page and just tagging people that you think may want to do the challenge, we rolling. And you'll see on my page, Degel Sunubak International is the nonprofit. I'm going to really have to start pumping that up too, because I want people to follow it on that page. You can see, I'll tag you on it. You can see a lot of the work that we've done.
And I have something special. So everybody that's listening, if you guys have that repost app on your phone, if you go to Malika's IG, if you repost her song and tag me, I will send you a free shirt. You can pick whatever shirt you want. Just go to my website. It doesn't have to be me doing this extra shameless plug. It doesn't even have to be a Q chat shirt. But if you go to my website, pick whatever shirt you want. But I need you to repost her video first. Tag me, tag Malika, because like I said, this is a family, and I will send you a free shirt. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, because I want to get this out, and I want all of you guys, whatever you guys are promoting, put that in the IG. And if you guys need me to repost anything, just let me know. Like I said, I'm not one of those people who, I'm not gonna post other people's stuff on my page. I don't do that. So just like I said, you guys go to her page. I have the repost app. It's super simple. Just click copy link, repost it. Or if you have the screen record on your cell phone, record it and upload it. And like I said, just tag me and I'll inbox you and get your information. But you can pick whatever shirt you want and I will send it to you because we want to get this out there.
Yes, thank you. And I'll, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna counter that. I'm going ahead and send you a t-shirt too. If y'all on this call now, Miss Dog, the young lady that keeps jumping and talking on the call. Amazing. She has her own book, so follow her too. She's already got her about t-shirt. But if you guys, I'll send you the t-shirt. Just take a picture in it for me and tag me. And I send them all to Africa, and they really appreciate all the love that they're getting out here. And if people want to make a donation to the movement, all of the donations go to $ Cash App Queen of the Bay. So, but I'll send you guys a t-shirt as well. She ain't gonna be the only one sending the t-shirt now. Let's go.
Because we want to get that song out there. Because like I said, that song has a beautiful spirit to it. And like I said, this is about supporting one another. So, and Miss Sis that has the book, if you please put all your information in the chat, because we want to, like I said, with this virtual celebration, I also want people to get their platforms out there. So Patrick, like I said, I'm shouting him out again too. He has a web series called Scales on YouTube. Make sure you guys view his information, and everyone else put their information in the chat. That way everyone, so Sis, you have a book, click, do you see where it has the chat information?
I finally see it now. I see the word chat.
Yeah, so click on it.
Okay.
Now you see where you can write it there?
Yes, thank you, because I'm old.
It's fine, it's fine. So make sure you put all your information on how they can get your book. Do you see where like it where you can start typing in there?
It says type message here.
Go ahead and type in there.
Okay, you know, I'm really not.
Thank you, Henny Luke. The whole team got to win. I'm sorry. One of my good friends, very supportive, always reposting. Thank you so much. They said they have to run, but thank you so much. I appreciate you two. Always very supportive. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I see my other good friend, Miss Asia. She's in, and she just missed it, but I think this is recording. I'm not really, you know, like I said, some things I'm super technically savvy on, and some things I'm not. So,
too much.
You know, so I'm not gonna act like I'm just a technological, you know, genius, because I'm not. But I believe this is recording. I could have streamed this on YouTube, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna experiment and try and get all savvy and mess up everything. Okay, so Courtney just told me it is recorded. So good. So Asia, you'll get to hear the performance. I think she hopped in right when you were done, so she'll get to hear you singing and everything.
Okay.
Oh, she sees it. See, I didn't know. Okay, it does say in the recording that it's recording. You know, like I said, I'm like, this is new to me. So I want to make sure that everyone puts their information in the chat box. Courtney has a Facebook game show called Do You Know Us? So and like I said, before Courtney had hopped in, I was giving everybody a background, Courtney, and I mentioned that you actually are my podcast partner in crime. So the Q Chat actually does have an occasional co-host. So she's amazing. Okay, so my sis with the book. Okay, good. So she put all her information in there. So I want everybody to look her up. No National 504, extremely supportive. He was the one that encouraged me to still go through with this today because I was feeling really down last night. So his information is in there. He's extremely supportive too. So I just want to make sure. I'm happy Patrick took the lead. I just want everybody to put the information. China, the writer, is in here. She writes books. She's been on the show a lot too, so she puts her information on there. Me and China actually have done a few episodes on Insecure. Like I said, that's one of my favorite shows, and that's how me and Patrick bonded. But I just want to make sure, like I said, if I like when something happens and we still gain some knowledge out of it. So yeah, this is a virtual celebration, but let's, put some meat into it. So let's get some networking out there. Make sure you guys follow one another, support one another. That's what this is all about. So make sure you put all your information in the chat box so we can get our little community going. Malika does a show too. So yours is on Wednesdays, right? At 2?
2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I live in New Orleans now. I'm originally from the Bay Area. So in the Bay Area, that's at 12 o'clock. I had one of the first original podcasts ever, and I got back started doing lives during the COVID season just to warm up my chops again. And so it's been going really good. So you guys can see all the past episodes on my page. This Wednesday, last Wednesday, we had Sister on there. She did her thing. We had the women's segment. And this Wednesday, we're going to be catering to the brothers. We're going to be empowered and inspired by the brothers. But again, it's 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just come to my page. And we have fun. We talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's called What You Think. So what you think? So we want to know what you think. And I would love the support and get my numbers going. But like you said, it's quality over quantity. So it's been every single of the shows I've been very, happy with the way it's went and the guests that have come on. And everything is on time and in time. So I'm thankful Miss Dahl, one of the first first few episodes. And so we just have a good time. Come on out, come on my page. You can sit right in your house and watch it and chime in if you want to and just have a good time. I saw the sister that you said has the show, What You Know. I want to shout her out because I just saw the commercial for that. So it's great that her advertising is working. Shonda, I believe, has to do with her choreography, and Shonda and the girls that she dances with. Shout out everybody at the Dance School of Talent with Shonda. We recorded a video last Saturday for another song that'll be dropping. I mean, it's going good. So I don't know the exact drop date. So I saw the What You Know, and I love it, and I was on that show.
And that's what I was telling your connect. Is his name Jared? I was telling him, I said, yeah, I had inboxed him. I said, my friend, I said, me and my son, we did a cameo in her shoot. And because when I saw your page, I want to say you guys had recorded like maybe the week after. So I was like, wow, it's just a small world, so it's all these connections mean something. It's never a coincidence.
Right. On time and in time.
Right. And Courtney, like I told her today, because it's just funny how people meet each other. So last December, everyone was doing the pop-ups and all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? I want to do an empowerment brunch. And it was the same thing. I didn't really consider it much of a pop-up, but I did have people, I did have vendors there. But the main thing was to empower. Like I said, that's my heart. So I was like, okay, we're going to do this in December and hop on. Everyone was on the whole December 2020 thing. But I'm like, no, we're going to do some New Orleans. I had it at Whiskey and Sticks. And it was in December, just to tell people to empower them in whatever goal you have for the next year, just to encourage them. So I was looking for speakers, and Courtney and I met on this website where you can find talent. And she described herself as the one-hit wonder. So, me and her chit-chatted. And when she gave me a quote, I was like, are you serious? Because it was like, I was like, you really only going to charge me that to talk for my event? She's like, yeah. And got there, and it's not like I wasn't expecting her to be well, but you ever have a situation where someone like takes the ball and they don't just run with it? They gotta, they like, and I was like, she was so good. I was like, I don't even have to say all the stuff I was planning to say. Like, that's literally how good she was, even though it was my event. I was like, she already nailed it. So I can thank people for coming. She was amazing. And we stayed connected. And after that, I asked her, like I said, now mind you, at the time, the Q chat only had like maybe 3 measly episodes. So after the event, I stayed connected with her, and I was like, do you mind, so at the time, I was like, well, do you mind recording some episodes with me? And she was like, yeah. And like I said, every time we record how I introduce her for every single episode we do together, I refer to her as my podcast partner in crime, because she is my podcast partner in crime. We share unpopular opinions. We're proud of that. Like we don't jump on the bandwagon. We have unique opinions, and she has just been amazing. And I told her today, we were, because we both shared the same brief. And last week when she premiered the video, which I wanted to thank her for that, because my son feels like a star for being in that video. So I wanted to, she mentioned how, she's loyal to people. And I inboxed her today. I said, FYI, when you describe yourself as loyal, that was an understatement, right? I mean, I can message Courtney after we're done with the party and be like, oh, do you mind recording the episode with me? Like, and she'll be like, yes. And she's just so gracious, and she's blessed my show. And like I said, the episode, if you guys go back and listen to the episodes in August, not this past episode, but the episode before, thank you. Everyone's complimenting my makeup. Thank you so much. It almost had me late for my own virtual party. But she interviewed me, and it was just like an amazing episode. Okay, like I wasn't, and we discussed it, and we both agreed that it wouldn't be good for her to share the questions with me. And I mean, she just was amazing. Like, she just took the ball as usual and ran with it. So, I can't celebrate the year of the Q chat and not give her flowers, because like I said, she means a lot to me, and everybody that's on here too. Okay, like, people that have just shared the Q chat or commented or inboxed me and said, oh, I listened to the past episode or hopped on a live. Like, you may think that what you just did was something minor, but it literally, like, you shot into my heart, like that energy that I need. Because, I'm a human being too. I go through things, and that motivation is what I need, like, so pour into me so I can pour it into you, So like I said, I love everybody that just supports and rocks with this show. I really, in my heart, wanted to stand out and go far. So like I said, I really appreciate y'all. But definitely put more of your information in the inbox. I mean, like I said, Courtney has a cute game show. It's really cute, called Do You Nola? And everyone that loves New Orleans, she stumps me. I'm like, where are you getting these questions? I don't think I'll be confident enough to be a contestant ever on this show. Because she gets you. She's like Alex Trebek and Regis all into one. But she does have a really good show called Do You Nola? And she really will stump you. So you better have your thinking cap on. So I hate to put y'all on the spot, but anyone that has listened to the show, if you guys want to unmute for a second, you don't have to turn on your camera. I don't want to put everybody on the spot, but if you just want to unmute for a second and just say, like, maybe an episode that stood out or your experience or just some words of encouragement, whatever you want to say. Like, I want to open the floor. I know people have been chatting, but I would like to open the floor. Like I said, I'm not forcing anyone to turn on the camera. There should be a way, I believe, you can just unmute yourself, because I don't want to put anybody on the spot, because God knows I do not join every Zoom beat like I'm about to help Killmonger take over Wakanda. That does not happen. So I definitely am not forcing anybody to turn on the camera. But if anyone just wants to unmute and say anything, regarding the Q chat or anything, I would definitely encourage that now if anyone wants to unmute for a second and say something.
Hi, everybody. My name is Janae White, and I just wanted to unmute myself to show much support and gratitude for Sharonda and her platform. She's doing amazing work, making an impact, inspiring women, inspiring listeners, period, to believe in themselves, to love themselves. And that's something we all have to work on day to day, loving ourselves a little bit more. And she constantly pushes that day in and day out through her platform. So thank you for using your platform in this way, and your support system will continue to grow because you're doing that hard work.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Janae is Girls to Divas mentoring. She does wonderful things for our little princesses to let them know that they are queens. So I love what she's doing. I love her to death. She's such a sweet person. Like I said, another person that was meant for me to connect with. You know, like I said, it is quantity, not, it's quality, not quantity. And that's another person who I know me and her are going to come up with some stuff and just help and just do the work that we're supposed to do. So she's a sweetheart. So thank you, Janae. So if anyone else wants to unmute themselves, and like I said, you don't have to be shy. We're all family.
Am I muted? Or am I unmuted?
Yes, ma'am, you're muted.
That goes to show you how old I am. Well, my name is Doll, and I know I said that I'm proud of Malika. I don't know you, but you're gorgeous, and I appreciate that you're doing this platform and giving people a chance to see and hear Malika's song. Malika, you know, I met you doing my hair many years ago in the Bay Area. And I said when I first met her, gosh, she's awfully pretty, and she had this gorgeous figure. But I didn't know she was so talented. Malika, I really believe this song is going to put you on the map. Now, here's my question. How did you come up with this song and when?
That's so I was saying I wrote this song. I actually started freestyling it on the beach when I went to Senegal the first time, and I was just inspired. But somebody was videotaping me while I was freestyling the song, and really like the last song, like the last years, like 5 years or so ago, I don't really write as much as I used to. I kind of freestyle and then I go back and take what I like from the freestyle. And then I'll rewrite it and then I'll record it. So that's kind of how that went. And when I started off the line, like I touched down in the motherland, so honored. Like I was so honored. Like I was up when the plane landed. I was looking out the window, just videotaping, like, oh my God, I am in Africa. And coming from America, I just started humming the lyrics, and First Boy was already on there saying his part, and I kind of just mimicked what he said with my own words. And you know the history. I mean, it's nothing. You know, I don't necessarily want other cultures to feel like, oh, it's not for us. This is just about me being proud of my culture and what I represent. So if you hear it and you're not of African descent and you're still an original person, you can enjoy the song as well. It's not like I'm saying other people can't enjoy it, but you know, it is what it is. The first bone was found in Africa, and I'm so proud that I'm a part of that particular race of people.
Amen, my sister. I say.
You know, my dad always say, girl, when you go trace back your roots, you're gonna be a little disappointed when you found out most of it is gonna be in Ireland or something like that. I said it doesn't matter. If, you know, I'm looking forward to finding out something. You know, they say one little ounce, and I'm in there. So I'm excited to really trace my roots and get that going. But that's how the song was created.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Does anybody else want to unmute? And you can say this, like I said, we're a family. Say whatever you want to say.
I just wanted to say that all of your episodes, no matter what, it's your personality. So it doesn't even matter what you're talking about. It's just who you are as a person and your ability to share that with everyone else. That's the beautiful part about it.
Make me cry. That is so sweet. Thank you. Asia is such a sweet person too. She is a blogger like me too. And if anyone reads my blogs, I'm extremely transparent on it. But I really, really, really do appreciate that. Like I said, when people, like I said, when someone like, and I do get a lot of times when someone will inbox me, or sometimes before anyone even tells me anything, I'll get the notification that someone shared the episode that they're listening to, and it really sincerely touches me. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Nobody else has to be shy. You guys, like I said, you guys can say anything.
I'm not gonna say too much because I get emotional, but I just want to thank you. Ever since I've came to Louisiana, you've helped me just be a stronger parent and just a person in general. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Treasure. You're such a sweet person. She's extremely supportive too. We met in the car line because I wasn't being very happy. Someone was being rude in the car line at the high school, and that's how we met. So thank you, Treasure, for that. We bonded ever since. So anybody else wants to say anything? You guys are so sweet.
I'm going to just say this is hey everybody. I have been listening. I literally I was shaving my head, so I didn't want you guys to see me shaving. But anyway, I just want to say again, officially, happy anniversary. I've enjoyed being on your podcast as well as listening to the other amazing guests that you've had. I love to see Black excellence. I also love to see strong Black women. I was raised by one, so it's amazing to see the beautiful Black women that's on this that I'm looking at right here. I loved hearing you sing, Malika. I was jamming, but I wasn't gonna let you guys see me shaving my head. But it was just a whole another thing. But anyway, thank you so much for the Q Chat podcast. I absolutely love it. I know there's going to be so many great things ahead for you as a creative. You continue to amaze me. Your drive, your ambition, your motivation. It keeps me grinding as a creative. And you know, we bonded over Issa, the Insecure thing. I'm actually about to watch season 1 just because. But again, congratulations and thank you again for having me on your podcast and for inviting me to be a part of this tonight.
Thank you. I really appreciate you, Patrick. I really do. Thank you so much. And I know you're busy, and I really appreciate that you took time to join us. I really appreciate that. And again, I really need you guys to go to YouTube and follow Scales. He has an amazing show. And like I said, I just love meeting those creatives. They really inspire me. Same thing when me and him recorded. I was absorbing everything he was saying, you know, and writing my own personal notes. So he's an amazing person too. So I definitely want you guys to follow him on YouTube. He has this web series called Scales. Season 3 is coming up soon. So definitely check him out too. It's a new app, Reverie. I think I pronounced it right. And that's going to have season 3. So I want you guys to make sure you guys follow him. And I am Patrick Ladonis. He's in the chat. Follow him on IG. He's an amazing person too. Did anybody else want to unmute and say anything? Like I said, don't be shy.
Like to. I'm not shy, but I decided to wait. Sharonda, I just want to say happy anniversary on the Q Chat. I think you're an amazing person. You were actually one of my first friends, I hope I can say, upon my moving back to New Orleans. And our cross encouragement and, you know, cross leaning on each other. Girl, you were there for some of my, you know, lowest and highest points, you know, and I can tell that what you do is divinely led. I can tell that what you do has a spirit with it attached to the Most High. And I'm so excited to see where you go and where your brand goes. And as we, you know, kind of travel this journey together, just know I'm here. You can always call and count on me. And I'm so very proud of you.
Aw, you guys are gonna make me cry. I'm already emotional. Like I was crying over Chadwick Boseman, so I'm already emotional. But like I said, I love you so much, Courtney. And like I said, I do not take what you've done to help me with the Q Chat lightly. Like you truly are my podcast partner in crime. Anyone that has listened regularly, you guys know that Q Chat does have an honorary co-host, and it is Miss Courtney Paggi. She's amazing, and she's going places too. Me and her already claimed it. Like we're going to be famous. We're going to make it. So I definitely want you guys to follow her. She's like, she's just a genuine person. And like I said, it's not a mistake when we make connections with people. We're meant to meet each other for a reason. And she's definitely one of those people. So I definitely appreciate you so much. Did anyone else want to unmute? Like I said, this is a family, so you guys don't have to be shy. You can say whatever you guys want, you know, anything you guys want to throw in. Because like I said, this has been an amazing experience. I'm happy that I did not cancel. you know, but it really was, I was grieving, and I was like, nah, I don't think I don't want to do this, you know. But, you know, I'm glad I was snapped out of it quickly. So if anybody else wants to say anything, you guys could join in.
I would like to say to you, I don't even know how I started. You were on your podcast, your live on Instagram, and out of fluke, I just came in there. I was like, she's cute. She got a nice attitude. Like my energy connected with yours, and I'm realizing that everybody's giving you these shout outs that it is your 1 year anniversary. This week has just been so crazy for me. But since you and I have connected, I already feel the energy that your friends are sharing that they know about you already. So I'm just gonna say that I'm excited for what the future holds, and hopefully you and I will continue to stay in touch. Sister Courtney, like I want to meet her because I kind of heard about it and I was impressed. I mean, everybody that signed up, you know, to be on the Zoom tonight, I just thank y'all for even listening to me. But for you, just wishing you the best and continued success. A 1 year to keep going with something, like I'm a firm believer in starting what you finish and not giving up. You know, that's why I'm started doing my live again. It doesn't matter how many people are there, as long as my dad always told me, keep it going. Don't take that step and make something happen. And that's what you've done. So for you to have a year today, is it today, the actual day?
It was, you know, I did what we do. Like I was celebrating the whole month of August. It was technically last weekend, but I purposely pushed the celebration to the very last week of August because that's how I wanted to round out the month.
We celebrate you today. The best for you. Keep you in my prayers. And I didn't even know you was in New Orleans, so I'm like, we about to go to oysters or something next week. But congratulations and continue to everything that you're doing in life.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And that's exactly what I'm saying about like the lives, for example. It's quality and not quantity. If it's 2 people on those weekly lives, I'm happy that 2 people joined and they listen. Same thing like when I was doing the live and I saw like your comment at the end, and the thing about it, IG doesn't like save the comments. But when I saw it popped up and you're like, oh, I would like to hook up with you. And I was like, oh wait, let me type back while I'm talking. And I was like, let me make sure I remember her profile. And after this, I was like, oh, let me inbox her because I like I said, I don't meet strangers. Okay, like after 10 minutes, people know like all my business. So, like, I have no shame. People know too much about me, like, you know. So that's why I'm like, I need to be talking somewhere because I like I said, I'm very transparent. But I was like, let me hook up with her. And that's what I just love connecting with energy. I'm big on talking about energy. And even when I worked in payroll, which was just not my thing, but everyone would always say, we love your energy. Even the owner of the company one time said, I love your energy. And like I said, they didn't realize I don't care about people's payroll and taxes, much to their chagrin. I just like connecting with people. So that's why I was successful, only because like I connected talking to my clients, and everyone in my department would say, you're so funny. But it's like, I had to crack jokes to survive sitting in like this gray office with no windows that I really wasn't meant to be in, you know, but I had to, you know, take care of my kids at the time. So like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna make the best of this. That's just how I am. So like, I'm happy that I can be free with my energy and my spirit, and it has led me to some amazing people. So like when I meet people like yourself, Courtney, Treasure, like I said, I met her in the car line because someone was blocking us in or something on the first or second day of school at the high school. And I'm like, let me talk to this lady behind me. And we got to chit chatting, and now we're good friends. So, you know, just connecting with energy means a lot to me. You know, when I hear people say they listen to past episodes, it means a lot, you know, because it's just about connecting people and finding a room for my energy and a room for everyone else. Like, this is a place to have no reservations. So that's what I love about the Q Chat, is for everybody, you know. And just like Patrick said, he loves seeing the queens. And one of the special things about the Q Chat really was the month of June, when I dedicated it to Black Kings. I had all these previous episodes lined up, and then when everything happened, I'm like, I'm dedicating my month to Kings. It was very last minute, but it's like I had to. I wasn't going to. I had to. And like I said, with the Q chat, I really, in my heart, if someone picks up a negative vibe, please inbox me. But I do not talk about divisive topics, meaning I don't talk about anything. I don't go towards topics that's like gonna put down Black men, even though it's the Q chat for queens. I don't do that. Like, you're not gonna have any episode on my podcast where we're bashing men, or I don't do that. So like, I give them their props, you know, just like I want a king to respect me, you know. So, and that's another thing too. I want people to listen to the Q chat, and you're not going to get those stereotypes. You're going to get examples of Black excellence. You're going to hear people on there that's energetic, creative, they stand out, they're unique, you know. And I want that Black excellence when you listen to the Q chat. Like, I want y'all to, after you listen and that guest I have on there, to be like, oh, I see you. Okay, Patrick doing big things. Oh, Malika doing big things. You know, that's the whole point. When you listen to it, I want y'all to get excited, because that's Black excellence. I put Black excellence on that show. And me and Courtney do our On the Go series, which is one of my favorites, because me and her, I'll be like, Courtney, it's time to do it on the go. We'll scale out what we're going to talk about in those 60 minutes or so. But you're still hearing Black excellence, because I feel like we have intellectual, intelligent opinions, and you're hearing two queens discuss. I want it to be like, if someone listened to those on the goes, like, you know, like if you're in a checkout line pre-COVID and you heard some people talking, and sometimes you like, oh, you know, I probably could have hung with them people. You know, that's how I want it to be. It's the Q chat. I don't really give people preset questions, because, and I don't really write a whole ton of preset questions. You know, when I interview certain people, obviously like Patrick or Malika, yeah, I do have to obviously do my research, and I have my notes sitting there, but it's a natural conversation. I'm really big on that. Like, it's natural, and it's spirit led. When I'm talking to a person on a podcast, while they're talking, I'm absorbing what they're saying, and my mind tells me, okay, that's what I need to ask them next. Okay, boom, they just said what I need to lead with next. It's all spirit led. You know, that energy is there. So, you know, like I said, I can go on and on about it, but the Q chat is my baby. So, you know, and it means a lot, and it's really grown. I mean, and I just feel like it's going to go further, and it does mean a lot. So, you know, everybody that follows me on IG, I post heavy about the Q chat. It's like, it means a lot. And, you know, and I do a lot of promotion. I promote it on a daily basis, but what may seem like overkill to the next person benefits me. If I didn't stick with those lives every week, no matter if it's 3 people or 10 or 20, I would not have met Malika. If I didn't do a lot of researching and hopping on podcast groups, I would have never saw a post by Patrick's PR person with this picture of this actor. Hey, you know, is anyone interested? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yes, I want him on my show. Like, you know, so it all means something. So, you know, like I said, I don't take it lightly. And any other podcasters, I love the podcast family. Any other podcaster that's listening, just don't ever give up. And everyone, yeah, it may be an oversaturated market, but we all have our own unique voice. And whatever goal you have with your podcast, if your podcast is to reach this particular audience, if your podcast is, oh, well, I have a goal of taking that podcast further and having my show, whatever your goal is with your podcast, stick with it. Don't give up with it, and be consistent. I will say that, and just work at it. And I feel like that energy comes. Like I said, when I first started the Q Chat, August of 2019, by December, I only had like 3 episodes, and they weren't the greatest. I deleted the first one, actually, because I was like, I don't need this. You know, like, I don't want anybody to go back and hear this. You know, I mean, because I am hard on myself too. But take your craft and it's important. So your craft is nothing to take lightly. And if anyone doesn't take your craft lightly, that energy doesn't need to be around your craft or your podcast. Okay. So just stick with it. Whatever your goal is with your podcast, just don't give up on it. And like Asia said, the unique thing about podcasting is it's meant for your personality. So whatever your spirit is, your energy, your personality, you've created around that, and it's going to take you where it needs to go. So just, like just stick with what you're trying to do. And like I said, I love the podcasting community. I've met so many people. It's an amazing thing. There's no competition, and it's great. And like I said, if I had to pick one of the main things, if someone said, okay, pick the number one thing about the Q Chat since you started doing it, that's the most important to you, it's really the connections, the people that I've met. Like it's been 100% invaluable. If something happened to me and I stopped the Q Chat tomorrow, and for whatever reasons I'm not going to record anymore, I've met so many amazing people in this past year alone that I can't even imagine who I'm going to meet in the next few years doing this show. And just the connections that you guys are making, listening or joining something like this, which I really truly appreciate you guys for joining this. I mean, I feel like we made connections in this virtual party that I wasn't even sure how to organize, but I was like, I wanted to do something. But once again, when you have spirit driving you and energy driving you, things work out. So, like I said, I'm blessed, and I really appreciate everything. I appreciate all you guys, and I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I'm so sincerely just happy that you guys joined in. And it's just amazing that the same time last night, my heart was broken. I was crying. I woke up this morning crying. I had a headache, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel right. My spirit's troubled. I don't feel right doing anything. And I said it to some people I was speaking to one-on-one, and they're like, no, because that's what real friends do. They're like, no, you need to keep pushing. And I'm like, you're right. Like, why should I not do it? And I'm like, I'm gonna honor King T'Challa anyway. So like, this is the better way to do it. Just have this Black excellence out there. And one thing I will say, to see Chadwick Boseman, 43 years old, to see what he did in that time frame that God put him on that earth. If nothing else inspires you tonight, I want y'all to think about that and let that inspire you. When I think about the fact that when I found out that he was diagnosed in 2016, like I automatically started Googling, because I'm like, wait a minute, when did they start filming Black Panther? He filmed that movie with stage 3 colon cancer. When I say once that absorbed in me, I will never ever I'm tired, I don't feel like doing this, that's not coming out of my mouth anymore. That Black excellence on screen, if anything inspires you tonight, sitting here, listening to all this Black excellence and seeing us, I want that to inspire you more than anything, and that's how like I said, I think I am going to be, I know it's no thing, I know I'm going to view just the dreams that I have for my self-made career that I'm trying to build on, trying to get my message out there, trying to build this brand. I know that I am going to view it differently and more positively just by looking at that example of true Black excellence, and just that spirit. I just think it's amazing. So, all things come together. Everything is for a reason. It was meant for all of us to be here on this Zoom tonight, connecting, and enjoying ourselves. And, I let that spirit drive me. Just like I said, I was almost late for my own event because just doing my makeup was important to me. Because I'm like, I'm going to honor Wakanda, that imaginary place that lives in my heart. I'm going to honor my favorite movie in the world, so, and my braids actually fit in perfectly with it, but I'm like, I'm going to honor that tonight. I always say Issa Rae is like my virtual mentor, but I definitely, Chadwick Boseman's spirit, King T'Challa, definitely holds a special place in my heart more than anything. And I really will use his example to just keep pushing forward, and we're both the same age, it touched me in a lot of different ways, but I'm thankful for you all tonight because instead of grieving, I want to celebrate just the spirit of motivating and just pushing forward. Imagine if he decided not to do Black Panther because what he was going through personally, we wouldn't have had that gem. He wouldn't have made that history before he left us. So it's a lot to think about. So if the message I want to give, and I wasn't planning to give a message, but I will say this, the message that I would like to give, just think about what example do you want to give with your work. So like I have so many creatives on here. I have Courtney, she has a show, she's an actress, she's written a book. I have Malika, she's a singer. I have Patrick, he has a web series. I have another author on here. I have the podcasters. I have 2 authors on here. What message, what mark do you want to leave? What if you had to pick, if your energy was sitting right here in your hands and someone told you, okay, where do you want to leave this before you go? Just think about how he made a mark. He was diagnosed in 2016. He left us in 2020. He has made history for Black excellence that none of us will forget. My grandkids will likely watch Black Panther. He left that mark. So, and not that we may not live to do something on such a grand scale, obviously, but everything we do means something. So what mark do you want to leave? What you're working on right now, all these creatives that's on here, just think about that, like the mark that you want to leave. It means something, and we never know who's watching us. You know, we never know how what we're working on will touch the next person or inspire the next person. You know, my little old podcast has reached people. When we talk about mental health, I've had people inbox me, I really needed to hear that. That means something. So just, you know, just to leave something with you guys tonight, just be inspired, stay encouraged, do not give up. And, you know, I do hope that we all look at what we're working on a different level and just think about it a little differently, and, you know, polish off some things we're doing, or just think how we can tweak it and make it a little better, because we're Black excellence, every single one of us. That's why it's the Q Chat for Queens. That's why I always talk about my kings and queens, because we are 100% true royalty, and it means a lot. So I just want everybody to take that with them. How can you exemplify that royalty every single day? How can you truly be a king and a queen? How can the things that you're working on as a creative really polish and show the world true Black excellence? So just keep it on your mind and your heart. Like I said, I didn't want to hold you guys too long. I'm just blessed on how this turned out. Thank you, Jay. That's another person that inspired me to keep going today, you know, and got my spirit right, you know. So I just, like I said, I really appreciate you guys. This did record, so I will figure out how to load this or email to everyone. Because like I said, it was a beautiful event. We had people, I mean, Malika was amazing, you know. So, and I want to share this with people. So I don't know if maybe I should try, what I'll do is maybe try and email to everyone. I'm gonna I don't know if it's gonna show me like everyone that joined afterwards, but or what you guys could do if you want a copy of it, just inbox me and I can figure out how to send it. Cause it's recording, so I will have the link to it. But like I said, this was a very nice event. Like, it was beautiful, and I really thank you guys so much. I mean, you guys really lifted my spirits. I really appreciate the words of encouragement, the congrats that you guys gave me. This was just another offhand idea where I was like, I just wanted to do a virtual event. Why not? You know, like, why not? And that's kind of my motto. That's my motto with everything now. It's like, why not? You know, so like, I really appreciate you guys. And Jay, thank you for joining. I'll definitely have to send you the link. Malika was amazing, of course. If anybody wanted to say anything quickly, you can. But like I said, I think we had a great event. I really, truly, sincerely appreciate you guys for joining. So I will. Did you want to say anything? Did you want to say anything? No national, like you really.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you for joining me on the show. This is my first time. I just want to appreciate everybody. And I'm about to go do some research and go online and join friends with everybody who's on here and everything. Okay. Especially go to YouTube so I can listen to the Z Queen. Thank you for the African girl. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you, be inspired, you know. That's what it's about, you know. We got to encourage one another, you know. That's all. I know we feel sad about things, but you got to really understand when people die, if they can tell you what they want to really tell you, just to be inspired. You know,
Right.
don't give up. You know, don't.
Right.
You know, it's okay to breathe, but you got to think about like I saw some real good motivational speeches that guy had talked about today. I
Mm-hmm.
never really heard his, I never really heard him talk before.
Right.
But I understand Denzel Washington had helped this guy.
He did.
And
Mm-hmm.
I was inspired by that, and I was like, you know, so when he finally made it, he finally got a chance to welcome Denzel Washington, and I was just like breathtaking of that because,
Yeah.
you know, it just tell you nobody's here to if they do something for you, you know, the real genuine people, they're not looking for nothing back. You know, they're not looking for like you owe me, I helped you out in life. You know what? God's gonna take care of everybody who put energy in everybody, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it. You know, everything's not the heart. You know, and that's why I inspired you. You know, because I was like, nah, you need to continue your show. You
Right.
know, that was just oppression was trying to come up over me. You know, that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody passed away, and I was like, nah, no, it's your anniversary, so. You know, that's why I was just so inspired he would do it. You know, I was just like, no, be inspired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that guy come tell you Chadwick, he would tell you, hey, finish your podcast for the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And
Right.
like I said, I appreciate, you know, just meeting everyone. Man, I love music. You know, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I have an African uncle. He's from Kenya. So, you know, my uncle
Mm-hmm.
Esau. So, you know,
Okay.
one of the favorite things he used to cook us was peanut butter stew. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, we was in the wall, and so you know, so I appreciate you just for being inspired and have me on the show.
Thank you so much. And he is super supportive too. Like he's always shouting out your posts and everything. And I sincerely appreciate you because same thing, you inboxed me this morning over the invite that I had sent asking about it. And that's when I was like, yeah, you know, I'm real sad. I want to do this. And that's when you just poured into
Right.
me and was like, no, don't cancel, you know, like that, you know, and it really Courtney as well and Jay, like y'all really snapped me out of it. Like, you know, that's not honoring anyone and that's not really solving anything to let grief take over. Like that what I mean, that's not a good way to utilize your energy anyway. So it really
Come on,
got
man.
my mind right.
Right.
I
You're
really,
welcome,
truly,
man.
truly
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. And like I said,
Come on, man.
those words really meant a lot to me. So I really, truly appreciate you guys. Like, thank you so much for joining. And once again, like I said, just go to her page, click copy
Okay.
link. Y'all figure out, like, I can't, you know, if you need help on, I can't, like I said, I'm not fully technologically savvy, but I do know how to
Mhm.
repost stuff. So if you need help, just inbox me. But if you repost her African Girl video on your IG, I will send you a free shirt. You can pick any
Right.
shirt you want. And I do have Search for Kings. So anybody could go in there and grab something and I will send it to you for free. So like I said, Queen supports Queens. This is a family. So, you know, please follow
Right.
everyone. But I do want to thank you guys. Thank you, Miss China. She just sent me a message encouraging me because she's been on the show several times too, China the writer, and I really appreciate you too. But I don't want to hold you guys up too long. If this wasn't a pandemic, I swear we'd be at Whiskey and Sticks or something. We'd be doing it up right now. The night would have just been starting. But you know, what can we do? So maybe, you know, God willing, once this ends, we all can do this together. But you know, like I said, I'm blessed and I really appreciate this. So
Yes.
thank you guys so much. I will let everyone
You're
go.
so
I really
welcome.
appreciate you guys. Love you all.
Oh, I
Wakanda
love you too.
forever. Thank you guys. Be safe, okay? Bye.